Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video is composed of things that I tinkered with throughout the day. For step-by-step detailed instructions of those tasks, you can click on the links in the comment section below. This video should contain tips and tricks of things that I've learned throughout the year. Now, I only plan on leaving this video posted for about 30 days. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. Time to get started today. Get down to the shop and hopefully get Queen Bee running. That would be awesome. I'm going to try to get it installed by lunch and then connect everything up and fire that thing up before the end of the day. I'm going to start off the day by buffing off the mating surface of the transmission to the engine. It gotta have a good contact so that it has a good ground. It looks like that. That's fine. Seen a little moisture there. I was about to say that other engine may have had something leaking, like a rear main seal, but that doesn't matter. It's gone. I'm gonna also buff off the surface of that mount and then do the surface of the engine on the stand. They got these rear buffing wheels. You could do this or lightly sand it. When you install your NOx sensors, they have to be at a certain angle. This one, I believe, is right, pointing at 90 degrees, but I gotta double check this one. I think it needs to be pointing down at 180 degrees. Looked at one of my other videos with the PCV system, and that one needs to be angled down just a little bit, and that is about the proper angle on the other one. So I'm going to turn that one down just a little, and then those should be set properly. Torque them to 13 foot-pounds, 17 Newton meters. There you have it. I'm going to hook up the PCV line and get this engine mounted against the transmission. Now I'm taking the oil return plug off of the engine because this pan came from a non-turbo car, and the oil thermostat has to mount on this thing. Do got to make sure that seal is in there, so when I go to mount that back on and the seal's missing, I got to make sure I get that off the engine. Oh, here it is here. Let me clean that up so I can get that back on. Okay, I'm going to put the engine on the lift, and then I'm going to pull the engine stand off of it. Engine's mounted to the transmission, a few bolts in there. I got the engine mount secure, got that ground wire down there secure. I got my NOx sensors plugged in. Look like I got a couple more ground wires to hook up there. I got my intake bracket in position. My PCV around here. I'm not going to hook up that exhaust bracket that goes back here, but I do have the front mount in position. So next I'm going to hook up my oil cooler lines, clean that off, hook that up, secure that bracket to the front of there. I think I could do that at this point, and hopefully start mounting some other things on here. Have the ECT on, the thermostat housing on. I got the oil cooler thermostat in, the lines in position. I'm going to go ahead and put the compressor on, the alternator assembly on after I take a break, put the starter on, intake manifold, and work my way up. I'm going to get some oil for the flush, and I'm actually going to use this full synthetic Walmart brand. Walmart is not in any position that they want to get sued. They actually have good quality oil, so it's about half the price. Well, about $6 cheaper, maybe $8 cheaper than everybody else's stuff. So talking about 30% off. I'm gonna run it for 100 miles and then drain it and replace it with castor oil. Cam sensor plug is in bad shape. That's normally the kiss of death to these things, so I'm gonna try to JB weld it. Hopefully it'll work. I got the crank sensor in, the wires clipped up. I got the seals in the fuel rail. I'm going to set the fuel rail in place. Remove these old blue seals from the injectors. Man, those injectors are filthy. You could have them professionally cleaned. Man, look how nasty those things are. I'm going to try to clean them up a little bit with carb cleaner. Wasn't sure if my JB weld was plastic or metal, so I hit it with an ohm meter and it did not register, so I'm good to go. As long as none of those wires in there was damaged, my connector and cam sensor should be good. That's it for today. Headed home. Hopefully have it running tomorrow because I didn't get it done today. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.